गुड मॉर्निंग डैलस, गुड इवनिंग इंडिया, गुड इवनिंग अमची मुंबई बोलते हुए आप सबको आपका दोस्त आपका होस्ट राजीव कुलकर्णी फिर एक बार भारत अन्वेषण कार्यक्रम में स्वागत करता हुआ। आज का दिन अक्टूबर 19 2025। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सबको शुभ दीपावली बोलना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि आजकल दीपावली का माहौल चल रहा है इंडिया में। तो वो पूरे एक हफ्ते से ये चल रहा है। और इधर जो है हमारे डैलस में भी दीपावली का माहौल चल रहा है। तो डेफिनेटली हैप्पी दीपावली टू ऑल ऑफ यू। तो सबसे पहले तो जैसे कि आपको पता है, हर इतवार को ये कार्यक्रम शुरू होने के पहले तो सबसे पहले तो जैसे कि आपको पता है, हर इतवार को जैसे हम कार्यक्रम शुरू करने के पहले भगवान को याद करके शुरू करते हैं, आज भी हम परमात्मा को याद करके ये कार्यक्रम शुरू करते हैं। आइए।
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. नमस्कार सभी दर्शकों को, वेलकम टू भारत अन्वेषण। वंस अगेन हैप्पी दीपावली। आपका दोस्त आपका होस्ट राजीव कुलकर्णी फिर एक बार आपको स्वागत करता हुआ। आज का दिन है अक्टूबर 19 2025। आज हमारे साथ एक
इंटरेस्टिंग पर्सनालिटी जुड़े हुए हैं, उनके बारे में बताएंगे थोड़ी देर में। उसके पहले आप सबको मैं थैंक यू बोलना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि हर हफ्ते आप जो है ये कार्यक्रम देखते हैं, हमारे शो को सपोर्ट करते हैं और हमारे चैनल का जो लिंक है आप अपने कॉन्टैक्ट्स में, अपने रिश्तेदारों में, अपने दोस्तों में बांटते हैं। थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर दैट। चलिए, और हमारे जो संदीप सदानंदप्पा जो है बेंगलोर में जो बैठे हैं, A&B पर्सपेक्टिव उनका कंपनी का नाम है, हमको टेक्निकली बहुत ही सपोर्ट करते हैं। थैंक यू वेरी मच संदीप फॉर बीइंग देयर ऑलवेज। चलिए, आज का जो कार्यक्रम के जो टॉपिक है उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा बात करना चाहता हूँ। TPP Boilers Private Ltd, success story of TPP Boilers Private Ltd. It is an ASME and IBR approved company manufacturing and designing high temperature steam boiler pressure parts. They are fabricated with the state-of-art manufacturing facilities with stringent quality control processes. They not only fabricate and suggest the materials, but also provide the best material suitable for their clients depending on their application. उनके बारे में अगर और ज़्यादा जानकारी करना है तो प्लीज़ डू विजिट देयर वेबसाइट www.tppboilers.com. लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, TPP बॉयलर्स क्या है, वो कंपनी का सक्सेस स्टोरी क्या है, ये सब जानने के लिए आज हम उनके CEO, उनके डायरेक्टर मिस्टर हिमांशु देसाई, उनको वेलकम करना चाहते हैं। वेलकम टू द शो मिस्टर हिमांशु देसाई। गुड इवनिंग, हाउ आर यू दिस इवनिंग सर?
Thank you very much, Mr. Kulkarni. Thank you for having me here. I'm very happy to be on your show. It has become really popular among all our friends and people. Thank you very much and a lot of success.
Thank
Also,
you.
happy Diwali and coming happy Hindu New Year from us to every one of your listeners.
Thank you, Himanshu. Thank you very much. तो I will start addressing you as Himanshu भाई। तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हमारे जो दर्शक है, दे वांट टू नो ओरिजिनली वेयर आर यू फ्रॉम। अभी कितने साल से, जो मैंने अमची मुंबई मैंने पहले बोला, विश करने के पहले सबको गुड इवनिंग अमची मुंबई भी बोला। तो द रीज़न इज हिमांशु देसाई जी जो है मुंबई में बसे हैं। तो अभी कितने साल से आप मुंबई में हैं? तो ओरिजिनली आप पहले कहाँ से हैं वैसे?
I was raised in Mumbai from my age of about 3 years old. I have stayed in Mumbai proper downtown for many, many years. I am a product of Mumbai. I'm in Mumbai, of course. And though I originally come from Gujarat, my native place is in Gujarat, Nadiyad, where Vallabhbhai Patel was born next to my house in Gujarat. So I'm from that place and we are Patels of Gujarat. I have been in Bombay, studied in Bombay, studied in Panchgini schools, and then studied at an beautiful engineering college in Bhatkal. It was called Anjuman Engineering College then. Now it is something AITM. But being the first student to get admitted in that college, we did a lot of things on our own.
Wow.
With not many teachers. So that was our learning experience. That is what I tell our new engineers nowadays. Please study on your own. Don't depend on your teachers. Study those foreign books which are there as reference books. Don't read the Indian textbooks if you want to be good engineers.
So it is like more like a do-it-yourself kind of
Yes.
concept in those days. Right,
Yes.
right. तो आपने जो है आपका बैकग्राउंड जो है, यू स्टडीड मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग एंड तो मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग में बहुत सारे डिफरेंट ऑप्शंस हो सकते हैं या हो सकते थे, राइट? सो ऑटोमोटिव हो जाएगा, या तो डिज़ाइन हो, या यू कुड हैव वर्क फॉर अ कॉर्पोरेट कंपनी। तो व्हाई यू चूज टू बी इन द फैब्रिकेशन ऑफ what you're
That's
doing
an
right now?
interesting question which I should also have pondered upon before. But yes, my father was also in this line for some time. And this was a very new line in the country. When he was working, there was no one in the country doing boiler pressure parts. There was only a British company in those days called Stewards and Lloyds, which was the only company making these pressure parts. So the technology was very difficult to bend a tube. It is very difficult to now imagine, but to just simply bend a tube by keeping its shape nice and round was a very difficult process. And my father developed that process, and I used to go as a kid to the factory, and that had got me interested. And my dad had told me, I mean, I had given some questions to him, and he said, "Oh, when you grow up, you try to solve those questions." So that interest made me, very much interested in this field. And that is how I came up with mechanical engineering and got into this field. And thermal engineering was one of the most difficult topics of mechanical engineering. And that was a challenge to get in, so I got in that.
Wow, that's very interesting actually. So now we know that why you choose that mechanical engineering subject itself, because you had already, some kind of, I would say, planning in your mind that in the future it might be of use to me, and definitely you have put that into use. So why boiler parts? I mean, of course, you said that it was more like a niche market, I would say, at that point of time. But what exactly is a boiler? I mean, if you can just tell to our audience a little bit.
Okay. So boilers are used by all industries when they need steam. Steam was one of the prime movers in the Industrial Revolution, if you remember.
Yeah.
So steam needed to be produced only by boilers. The steam requirement was very huge if you want to run power plants for electricity, general electricity. Those require large volumes of steam. And there are process industries which also require large volumes of steam for their processes within the factory. It could be a paper factory, it could be a steel factory, it could be a smelter for zinc, it could be a copper smelter. There are many, almost all industries require steam for their long processes. So the idea was, what do I tell you? So now a boiler is a very expensive equipment. It's like owning a Rolls Royce in yourself. So it's a very expensive equipment. It could range from about 20 crore rupees to 5,000 crore rupees equipment it is.
Wow.
So the spare parts are supplied by very few OEMs, original equipment manufacturers. And just like a Rolls Royce, if you want to go and buy a part from Rolls Royce, they would charge you a bomb. Wow. So it was a niche market where we could supply to Rolls Royce also, like let's say, to the OEM and to their clients who use their boilers. So it was a very niche market. Very few people had that market, and we could do reverse engineering from the drawings or from visiting site and find out what that part looked like and do that part.
Wow.
It's a very discrete production, job order production. Every order is different. There's no mass production. So every order comes, you have to apply your engineering skills and get the job done and supply to the client's satisfaction.
Wow. So it's more like customized solution for the market.
Every order is customized, very, very customized.
Very customized. Wow, interesting. So, okay, that explains why you chose to fabricate the boiler parts, because it was more like a niche market for you.
Yes.
Interesting. तो ये जो मैंने पढ़ा कि ASME, IBR, ये सब एब्रीवेशंस हमने पढ़े कि भाई आपके जो कंपनी के प्रोफाइल में, तो उसके बारे में जानेंगे और अप्रूवल क्या है एंड ये ऐसे मतलब आपको कैसे इसका बेनिफिट है, ये सब जानेंगे. एक छोटा सा अभी हम ब्रेक लेंगे, उसके बाद वापस आके ये सब उसके बारे में जानते हैं. चलिए.
रोते हुए आते हैं सब, रोते हुए आते हैं सब, हंसता हुआ जो जाएगा वो मुकद्दर का सिकंदर, वो मुकद्दर का सिकंदर जाने मन कहलाएगा। रोते हुए आते हैं सब, हंसता हुआ जो जाएगा। वो सिकंदर क्या था जिसने जुल्म से जीता जहां। वो सिकंदर क्या था जिसने जुल्म से जीता जहां। प्यार से जीते दिलों को वो झुका दे आसमां। जो सितारों पर कहानी प्यार की लिख जाएगा। वो मुकद्दर का सिकंदर, वो मुकद्दर का सिकंदर जाने मन कहलाएगा। रोते हुए आते हैं सब, हंसता हुआ जो जाएगा।
गुड मॉर्निंग एंड वेलकम टू भारत अन्वेषण कार्यक्रम। 2025 अक्टूबर 19 का दिन है आज। हैप्पी दीपावली सबको, क्योंकि दीपावली का माहौल चल रहा है इंडिया में तो एक हफ्ते से चल रहा है, और यहाँ पे भी डालस में भी 3-4 दिन से ये कार्यक्रम चल रहा है। चलिए, आज हमारे साथ हिमांशु देसाई जो फाउंडर है या सीईओ या प्रोमोटर बोलो या डायरेक्टर बोलो ऑफ टीपीपी बॉयलर्स प्राइवेट लिमिटेड, जो मुंबई बेस्ड कंपनी है, जो बॉयलर्स के पार्ट्स बनाते हैं बहुत ही स्टेट ऑफ द आर्ट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग टेक्नोलॉजी यूज़ करके। उनके बारे में बातचीत, वो कंपनी के बारे में बातचीत चल रही है, सक्सेस स्टोरी के बारे में बात चल रही है, और ये बिजनेस कैसे शुरू हुआ, कहाँ से शुरू हुआ, ये सब के बारे में आज एक ये नया एक टॉपिक लाया हूँ, क्योंकि कभी कभी एक सक्सेस स्टोरी भी हमको डिस्कस करने का ये मौका मिलता है। हमारे दर्शकों को भी पता होना चाहिए कि भाई ऐसे ऐसे लोग भी हैं जो अंजुमन इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज, जहाँ से इन्होंने ग्रेजुएट किया, दैट वाज द फर्स्ट बैच ही वाज इन। एंड दर्शकों को ये भी बताऊं, हम भी उसी में पढ़े हैं, हम भी उनके मिस्टर हिमांशु देसाई के बैचमेट थे और क्लासमेट भी रहे हैं। बट हम उन मैकेनिकल में थे, हम लोग इलेक्ट्रिकल में थे। बट द बेस्ट पार्ट इज वी हैव सीन द ग्रोथ ऑफ ईच इंडिविजुअल ऑफ आवर बैचमेट्स, कि भाई कैसे हमने तरक्की किया है ज़िंदगी में। एंड जैसे कि उन्होंने बताया कि भाई डू इट योरसेल्फ वाला हिसाब किताब होता था उन दिनों में। चलिए, हमारा ये गुफ्तगू आगे बढ़ाते हैं। हम वेलकम बैक टू द शो हिमांशु भाई, आफ्टर दिस ब्यूटीफुल सॉन्ग फ्रॉम मुकद्दर का सिकंदर। एंड ये क्वेश्चन था कि मैंने पढ़ा प्रोफाइल में कि भाई ASME एंड IBR अप्रूव्ड है। सो ये ASME एंड IBR अप्रूवल मतलब क्या होता है, and how does it help to promote your product, and is it like a mandatory approval होता है या for supplying your parts? मतलब 2-3 क्वेश्चंस एक ही इसमें मैंने डाला है, तो आप बता सकते हैं इसके बारे में।
Thank you again for the question. Yes, these are so boiler pressure parts are very critical equipment. If they fail, they could kill a lot of people in a plant. Because it would be like a bomb blast, or worse than a bomb blast, because they're under very high pressure, like 200 kg, and the temperatures are like 600, 700 degrees centigrade. 600, 700 degrees centigrade is very high, and 200 kg pressure is like water being thrown from 200 floors above. Wow. That kind of pressure. So this everything that we produce is mandatory and statutory to be approved by Indian boiler inspectors. And that is IBR, as per Indian boiler regulation. It is statutory requirement. Every piece of equipment we manufacture is inspected by them in all the stages, like from raw material to in between stages to the final approval. and every piece is stamped by them before it can be used in any boiler.
Wow.
Similarly, ASME is American Society of Mechanical Engineers. Similar rules apply in USA. If you have to supply any equipment to any boiler in USA, they need to be stamped by ASME engineers, inspectors. So to get approval of ASME is a very expensive process. They send two American inspectors to our factory to inspect every part, every process, and every single method of manufacturing that we follow, which is well documented. Once they see that, then only they give approval. Very few people in the country have approval. People outside USA, very few people in each country have approval of ASME. It's a difficult approval to get, but if your systems and things are in place, it is okay. I somehow got this approval when I was in USA. I was attending a seminar in Houston, and we use a material called T91, which is a very high grade steel, alloy steel, and we do regular welding and use that material in our factory. While I was there, the inspector, the ASME engineer, asked the general class a question whether anyone knows about T91 and welding. I told him we do about 20 welds a day, every day. And he was shocked. In USA. He said to see this one weld, he had gone to Alaska, that weld had failed, and those people explained it failed because of magnetic, Earth's magnet changed that day. That's why their engineering failed. I told him we do it every single day, 20 joints, which was, he was amazed. He immediately called up his office in Baroda. My factory is in Baroda. He called up his office in Baroda and said, go and give them approval immediately. That is how we got our approval.
Wow, that's amazing.
To answer your question, it is a statutory inspection requirement.
It is a requirement. It's mandatory in order for you to supply to any boiler.
Right.
Requirement. Okay, interesting. Oh, I thought so because it was very prominently specified in the company's profile. So yeah. तो अभी how many people work for your company? अभी कितने लोग काम करते हैं आपके लिए?
We have got about 50 staff and about 75 workers.
Okay.
Out of which about 25 engineers are there. So, let's say about
कितने साल से आप आपके साथ जुड़े हुए हैं?
So that is very interesting. Most of the people, they worked with me for the last 25 years.
Yeah.
They've been with me. Right from, some have worked with me for 35 years. My secretary, because she only understands my handwriting. So has worked for a long time. Many people, very long time, most of them. Since I started my own company 16 years back, almost everyone has worked with me for 16 years. And before that, they had worked with me in my previous company 20 years at least.
Wow, that's very nice. That actually, yeah, please go ahead.
Including the workers. Many workers have worked with me for long times.
Yeah. No, that shows actually the integrity of the company as well as how the top management behaves and the leadership qualities of a company. And so that was the reason of me putting that question, because that definitely makes a huge difference in a working environment for any worker or any employee to work with. That's fantastic. तो टिपिकल वर्किंग स्केड्यूल क्या होता है आपका? जैसे आप वही वीकेंड में भी काम करते हैं?
I mean, you're talking about me or the company?
You first and then the company also.
Okay, so I believe in giving a lot of responsibility and delegating a lot of work to people, and I keep a little extra staff also because I like to employ more people as soon as they come. So I keep myself pretty free. So I myself work for only about 4 hours a day for 5 days a week, not more, sometimes less than that also. But from home, I can manage a lot of stuff, talking to them on the phone or going online. So I don't really go to office a lot. But staff is working for like 6 days a week for 8 hours.
6 days a week.
6 days a week, Monday to Saturday. Factory is working almost 12 hours a day for all the 7 days at least.
Wow, that's good in a way because it's a factory. You got to keep.
And no, we have too many clients who depend on us for the running of their plants. They need some time. I mean, nowadays shouldn't say this, but the maintenance engineers are not well planned. There's no plan for maintenance, so they all the time have emergencies, and those emergencies are to be catered by us. If we don't do that, they could have plant losses, stop plants for like 10 days, 12 days. That would be a huge loss to such like a steel plant or a zinc plant or any plant. They would have a huge loss if they are stopped for 10 days. So they make us work really hard.
वाह,
Get it done just now, things like that.
तो अभी जो ये पार्ट्स वगैरह मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करते हैं, सो उसके लिए जो रॉ मटेरियल्स होती है या कोई और पार्ट्स वगैरह जो है, तो डू यू इंपोर्ट देम, एंड इफ यू डू इंपोर्ट, डू यू नीड एनी स्पेशल अप्रूवल्स? बिकॉज एज यू मेंशनड, जैसे IBR ASME वगैरह जो अप्रूवल फाइनल प्रोडक्ट के लिए चाहिए, सो डू यू नीड अप्रूवल्स फॉर द रॉ मटेरियल्स दैट यू यूज इन योर प्रोडक्ट?
So, okay, about 20 years back, we had to import every single. Our raw material is basically as boiler tube, steel tubes of alloy grades, stainless steel grades, and low carbon grades, special grades of steels. The tubes are required. About 20 years back, India did not produce any tube, so we had to import everything. So there was a time like when every ship on the Bombay docks had some material of ours or the other coming into the port. But now India is manufacturing those tubes, most of it, except some very high grades. And now, actually, nowadays we in India also we have got very large supercritical boilers. They are like 600 megawatt boilers.
Wow.
One 600 megawatt boiler is like Bombay city, like Bombay with how many 14 million people, I think, would require about 1200 megawatt of power.
Wow.
So this large boilers, they require special critical raw materials. Sometimes we have to import them from Japan, Germany, China also included. Approvals, we get them inspected at the mill itself. So third-party inspections like Lloyd's, Bureau Veritas, SGS, they have to approve the material for us at that stage of manufacturing before they can be shipped to us. Okay. That is our requirement, and that is also a statutory requirement. But yeah, mostly now, but 70% of the material is made in India. Okay. 30% is imported.
30% imported. Okay. So कभी आपको ये नहीं लगा कि ये जो स्टील ट्यूब्स है, हम भी ये भी बना सकते हैं?
Either for us, for ourselves to make.
Yeah.
Well, that requires a very, very huge investment. The machinery is only made by Germany anywhere in the world. All the mills in the world use German equipment to manufacture. It is a huge, huge investment. I don't think so we can go there. It's a game for big people like Jindals, Kirloskars. They are the ones who can do it in India.
Okay, very nice, very nice. चलिए इधर एक और छोटा सा ब्रेक लेते हैं, और हमारे पास जो विशेष आते हैं भारत अन्वेषण के लिए, तो वो विशेष देखते हैं, अगर है तो संदीप जी देखिए.
Namaste everyone. I'm Ekta Shah. I'm a professional singer from Bangalore. In a world which is slowly turning towards being self-centric, and we do find a lot of people who are more into self-promotion, there are some golden personalities with golden hearts who want to bring out before the world the positive side in every person. I'm here to talk about Mr. Rajiv Kulkarni, who's a very dear friend. He himself is a multi-talented, multifaceted personality, an artist, an entrepreneur, a philanthropist. There's much, much more that I can go on and on about his personality. Now, he runs a talk show on YouTube by the name Bharat Anveshan. Now, Anveshan itself means khoj, talash or search. तो क्या खोजते हैं राजीव जी? Well, he searches for motivating people, motivating personalities, inspirational personalities who have made a difference to society by contributing to various fields. So it could be people from the arts field, which includes dance, music, everything. It could also be people, personalities from professional fields like doctors, engineers, or people who run NGOs, teachers, businessmen or businesswomen, in short, any such person who has achieved something on his own, have overcome struggles and made a name for himself or herself. Now, why does he do this? He does this so that people can listen, get motivated, be inspired, and be ready to do something which probably, work on their dreams which they would have buried in the corner of their heart due to various reasons. So it's my humble request, dear friends, please subscribe to his channel Bharat Anveshan on YouTube, and he comes out with a new episode, a new personality to inspire us every Sunday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. तो भूलिएगा मत, Bharat Anveshan on YouTube by Mr. Rajiv Kulkarni. And yes, I too have featured on his show, so you can please search and listen to various people like me who feel so respected when we have attended his shows. So see you all in his subscription list. This is Ekta Shah signing off. Bye-bye. Take care.
हाय दोस्तों, मेरा नाम है संजीव शर्मा। मैं एक टीवी और फिल्म एक्टर हूं बॉलीवुड से। मुझे ये बताते हुए बहुत ही खुशी हो रही है कि एक यूट्यूब चैनल है भारत अन्वेषण, जो मेरे बड़े ही अजीज़ और प्रिय मित्र राजीव कुलकर्णी चलाते हैं। जी हाँ, इसका टेलीकास्ट टाइम है एवरी संडे 9 PM to 10 PM IST। तो मैं आप सबसे गुजारिश करता हूँ, रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ कि आप इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और इसके कंटेंट का आनंद उठाइए। थैंक यू सो मच, लव यू ऑल।
Hello friends, myself Sudhir Shetty from Bengaluru. Very happy to share with you about Rajiv Kulkarni ji, who brings every Sunday 9 PM Indian Standard Time Bharat Anveshan, covering achievements by Bharat or Bhartiyas, making our nation proud. Do join every Sunday 9 PM IST to listen into Bharat Anveshan. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
दर्शकों को बताऊं, दैट वाज भारत अन्वेषण विशेष जो हमको हमारे जो दोस्तों ने भेजा है। थैंक यू सो वेरी मच फॉर दोज काइंड वर्ड्स। आज हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं मिस्टर हिमांशु देसाई, जो CEO एंड प्रोमोटर एंड डायरेक्टर ऑफ TPP Boilers Private Ltd, जो मुंबई बेस्ड कंपनी है, एंड दे हैव अ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फैसिलिटी इन बड़ौदा। दे मैन्युफैक्चर पार्ट्स फॉर बॉयलर्स। जो बॉयलर्स जो है बहुत ही बड़े बड़े बॉयलर्स होते हैं, इंडस्ट्रियल बॉयलर्स होते हैं जो स्टीम के लिए यूज़ होता है। जैसे कि उन्होंने बताया, तो द प्राइस गोज अप टू 5000 crores, मतलब इतने बड़े बड़े बॉयलर्स बनते हैं। उसके लिए ये स्पेशल पार्ट्स बनाते हैं विद स्टेट ऑफ द आर्ट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फैसिलिटी। सो वेलकम बैक टू द शो हिमांशु भाई, आफ्टर दिस स्मॉल ब्रेक ऑफ डिफरेंट पीपल विशिंग भारत अन्वेषण बेस्ट विशेस। तो ये जो आप प्रोडक्ट्स बनाते हैं, आप एक्सपोर्ट भी करते हैं इसको?
Yes, we do export to the Middle East and Far East and South America.
ओ साउथ अमेरिका, ओके ओके, वेरी नाइस वेरी नाइस। तो ये जो शुरू से लेके अभी तक जो ग्रोथ है, ये सक्सेस स्टोरी के राज क्या है इसके पीछे, मतलब कैसे आपने इसको सक्सेसफुल बनाया?
I think the biggest thing is your employees. You select, of course, I was very lucky. I had employees who had worked with me in my previous company for 20 years with me. They all came with me when I left that company. I told them, I don't have money to pay you any salary, but they're so loyal. They said, we don't want salary for 6 months. Set yourself in 6 months, then we'll take salary. And they came with me. Of course, that day never came. I paid them salary every month, of course. So the first thing any entrepreneur should do is get good employees, proper employees, and take care of them very well. If you take care of your employees, they will take care of the company. You cannot be, like a taskmaster behind them every time. Let them be let them have their own little entrepreneur spirit, responsibility for the company. And that brings up success. That is my first feeling. So as an entrepreneur, your first responsibility is always towards your employee. The second responsibility is towards your clients. And then the third responsibility is towards your shareholders, your own shares or whatever, profits. this three mantra, if any entrepreneur follows, they'll always land up with success.
Beautiful, very well explained. I think they are really good mantras, I would say. And I also believe that the biggest asset for any company is the people. And I mean, technology, we have the state of the art. I mean, these days, though, we talk about AI, we talk about, so advanced technologies. But again, to develop that technology, you need a human brain, and that is what the asset. And as you rightly mentioned, if you take care of an employee, I mean, they definitely will take care of the कंपनी वेरी वेल. सो इधर एक छोटा सा ब्रेक लेते हैं, ये ब्यूटीफुल गाना सुन के फिर वापस आते हैं. हम अपना ये गुफ्तगू जारी रखते हैं हिमांशु जी के साथ. चलिए.
जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना. जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना. हाँ, जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना. अरे ओडले ओडले ओ, 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 ओडले ओडले ओ. चांद तारों से चलना है आगे, आसमानों से बढ़ना है आगे. अरे चांद तारों से चलना है आगे, आसमानों से बढ़ना है आगे. पीछे रह जाएगा ये जमाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना. जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना. ओडले ओडले ओ, 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 ओडले ओडले ओ. हंसते गाते जहाँ से गुजर, दुनिया की तू परवाह न कर. हंसते गाते जहाँ से गुजर, दुनिया की तू परवाह न कर. मुस्कुराते हुए दिन बिताना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना. हाँ, जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना. ओडले ओडले ओ, ओडले ओडले ओ, ओडले ओडले.
नमस्कार सभी दर्शकों को. अभी अभी आपने गाना सुना फ्रॉम द मूवी अंदाज, राजेश खन्ना और हेमा मालिनी के ऊपर पिक्चराइज किया गया किशोर कुमार जी के आवाज में और शंकर जयकिशन जी का खूबसूरत म्यूजिक. चलिए, आज हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं मिस्टर हिमांशु देसाई, जो सीईओ और प्रोमोटर और डायरेक्टर ऑफ द कंपनी टीपीपी बॉयलर्स प्राइवेट लिमिटेड, जो मुंबई में है हेडक्वार्टर्स, और उनका फैक्ट्री है बड़ौदा में, जो गुजरात में है. तो ओरिजिनली ही इज फ्रॉम गुजरात, बट I mean, he is brought up and he studied and everything in Mumbai. और वो भी उन्होंने इंजीनियरिंग जो है अंजुमान इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज उन दिनों में कहा जाता था, वो बुलाया जाता था, वहाँ पे पढ़ाई की है. एंड बट he has become a very successful entrepreneur, very successful an industrialist, मैं बता सकता हूँ. And they manufacture the parts for the boilers जो इंडस्ट्री में यूज़ होते हैं. एंड उन्होंने काफ़ी सारे चीज़ बताई है, क्या मैंडेटरी अप्रूवल्स चाहिए उसके लिए, और कैसे इंपोर्ट किया जाता है, पहले कितना कैसे इंपोर्ट किया जाता था, और एम्प्लॉयज़ के बारे में बताया कि एम्प्लॉयज़ को अगर आप अच्छी तरह रखोगे तो कंपनी अपने आप सक्सेसफुल होता जाएगा। चलिए आगे का हम बातें अभी और करेंगे। तो हिमांशु भाई, वेलकम बैक आफ्टर दिस ब्यूटीफुल सॉन्ग ऑफ राजेश खन्ना। एंड ये आपको मार्केट, इसमें कंपटीशन का क्या हिसाब किताब है? आई मीन, हाउ डू यू फाइंड द मार्केट इन टर्म्स ऑफ कॉम्पिटिटिवनेस?
Well, this is a very niche market और बहुत मेहनत वाला काम है, because as I explained earlier, uh, every job requires engineering on its own. So it is not like, some founder can set up a factory, make systems, make SOPs and let it run on its own. Every time you get an inquiry, every time you get an order, you have to do engineering every time. So it is like a difficult job. So not many people get into it. As you know, China loves mass production, but this is very discrete production. So China also is unable to compete with us in this kind of manufacturing. So that's why we are well placed. Not many competitors in this field, except the OEMs themselves. But yeah, so it's a niche field.
That's a good news as well, because that way you have the leverage of pricing it yourself in a better position always. Okay, excellent. तो ये जो typical lead time कैसे होता है, because it's so customized product, and how the customers normally react based on your inputs to them, क्योंकि ऐसा तो नहीं है कि भाई उन्होंने रिक्वायरमेंट भेज दिया तो आपने हाँ ये हो जाएगा, इस because you got to definitely produce them all the designing aspects and get the approval and then start manufacturing. So normally from beginning to conceptual to the production lead time, कितना time लगता है?
Very interesting. So yeah, in this field, like as I explained, that it is like owning a Rolls Royce. Most people who own it don't know what is working in the Rolls Royce. They know how to drive it, but they don't know what's working in the Rolls Royce. So when something goes wrong, they really don't know what is wrong with them, what is wrong with their machinery. So they have to call us and say, this has gone wrong, what do we do? And then we tell them, okay, give us this drawing, give us that drawing, send us photos, send us samples of what has broken down in your this. Then we can engineer it first before we get an order. And we find out, oh, this is what has gone wrong. This will be the estimated cost. That estimate has to be sent to them. Then they see the estimate, find their budgets. They see if they can have a budget for this maintenance. They send us orders. Then we have to manufacture. So typically, and there are many inspections. There are mandatory inspections at 4-5 stages of any order. So any material cannot be supplied within less than 4 weeks. Minimum 4 weeks is required if we have the raw material in stock. If we don't have the raw material in stock, we have to order in forward. Then the typical time is 3 to 4 months for a lead time.
Oh, okay.
From the day we get an order up to the day we dispatch. About 3 to 4 months. If it is a large order, it is 4 to 5 months. If it's a very large order, let's say about 4 or 5 crores, it takes about 7-8 months to deliver.
Oh, and the customer is willing to wait that long as well.
There is no option. There's no one in the world shorter than this. That is the main thing. So there is no option for him. And most of the customers want everything yesterday. Even before inquiry. That's what they say. Yesterday we wanted it, but then we can't. No one can help it.
Yeah. That's interesting. तो ये जो आप गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को भी सपोर्ट करते होंगे for some of their requirement. So how easy or how challenging to work with the government organization?
Yeah, we supply to so NTPC, National Thermal Power Corporation, is the largest producer of power in the country. There's a government organization. Then there are state electricity boards in the country who supply power to the state itself. Entry is very difficult, but very luckily I have got very long experience. So sometimes they come up with a problem and they find out that I am the one who can solve their problem. So they call me, and then the process becomes easy.
Okay.
So the real thing is experience here, of course. So it gets easy to supply to these people when they tell me this is the problem, and I say, okay, this is how you solve it. That's how it becomes easy for us to get into any organization. But yes, we are one of the largest suppliers of the spare parts for the government uh, companies in India.
In India, okay, that's very nice. That's a really good achievement, I would say, because we all know that it doesn't matter India or any other country. Working with a government organization is definitely a challenging thing. As you rightly put it, entry is definitely it takes some time, but once you are there, I think it's a good process. I would think. तो
But
ये
yeah,
हाँ
we have supplied to Turkey and many other countries in the world who had such a problem with their power plants.
wow
And yeah, somehow they, I don't know how, but they find me and they say this is a problem. They say we've got we've talked to this about this problem to General Electric in USA, to BHL in India, but like if we have to give you a consultancy, we'll charge you 3 crores, 4 crores, 5 crores, things like that. And when I hear their problem, I know it's a very, very, very simple solution, which like 3-4 crores would cover the complete cost of replacement of that item.
wow
So I don't take that consultancy fee because I can't really charge that kind of fee what General Electric charges. But we supply them the item in those fees, so at a good margin. So it helps a lot.
Mm. Yeah, that definitely helps, and they would be more willing to hear from you rather than going elsewhere. तो ये जो अभी नए जो टेक्नोलॉजीज आ रहे हैं, वी टॉक ऑलवेज अबाउट द बिग न्यू buzzwords like AI technology, robotic, automation, and all those things. So in your manufacturing activities, so how does this apply, or do you make use of any of these technologies in your activity these days?
So yeah, our product has to be very critical quality is a very important aspect. So the first thing we try to do is remove the human dependent quality. When I say human dependent quality means I don't want a human being on which I have to depend for the quality of the product.
Correct.
That requires a little bit of automation. So we have been for all the steps in our process, we've been in a continuous process of removing human dependency for quality. We have done that to a large extent. Not that the human because of that the human being is not required. He is required.
Yeah.
To even that which is done automatically is at least as good as what a human being would do it. So we
Excellent.
have done for all the processes except one which is still a challenge. We are still doing research on it, and that's the welding process. The welding process is not yet automated for us yet. No one has done in the whole world yet. But we are also trying to achieve that as fast as possible. We are doing research on that. We put all the Japanese and the American manufacturers of robots, given them the challenge, and they're working on it. They've not yet come up with a solution.
Okay, great to know that. Chaliye, and let's take another small break before we get into the final segment, where we'll talk about the awards that was won by TPP Boilers, and वो awards किस चीज़ के हैं, क्या है, उसके बारे में हम जानेंगे. लेकिन ये और एक छोटा सा ब्रेक के बाद फिर आते हैं, आपसे मिलेंगे.
एक रास्ता है जिंदगी जो थम गए तो कुछ नहीं. एक रास्ता है जिंदगी जो थम गए तो कुछ नहीं. ये कदम किसी मुकाम पे जो जम गए तो कुछ नहीं. एक रास्ता है जिंदगी जो थम गए तो कुछ नहीं.
जाते राही, ओ बाके राही, मेरी बात इश्क की आवाजें आजाद परिंदों की रुकती नहीं परवाजें जाते हुए कदमों से आते हुए कदमों से भरी रहेगी राह गुजर जो हम गए तो कुछ नहीं एक रास्ता है जिंदगी जो थम गए तो कुछ नहीं ये कदम किसी मुकाम पे जो जम गए तो कुछ नहीं
नमस्कार सभी दर्शकों को प्यार भरा स्वागत करता हुआ भारत अन्वेषण कार्यक्रम में अभी अगर लॉग इन किया है आपको बता दूं हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं मिस्टर हिमांशु देसाई फ्रॉम मुंबई जो टीपीपी बॉयलर्स प्राइवेट लिमिटेड के सीईओ या डायरेक्टर प्रोमोटर है and he has explained us so beautifully on all the queries that we put across and वो सक्सेस स्टोरी बताया उन्होंने कैसे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग होता है कस्टम डिज़ाइन वाला कैसे होता है कस्टमर्स कहाँ से आते हैं और कौन कौन से हैं एज वेल एज द कंपटीशन के बारे में भी बताया तो अभी लास्ट सेगमेंट है हमारा और अवार्ड्स के बारे में हमको पता करना है कि वो उनको काफ़ी सारे अवार्ड्स मिले हैं गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से भी तो हिमांशु भाई वेलकम बैक टू द शो आफ्टर दिस अनदर स्मॉल ब्रेक तो टीपीपी बॉयलर्स को अवार्ड्स मिले हैं तो उसके बारे में बताइए
We have got awards from Gujarat Industries Minister for being the most innovative company in Gujarat and for carrying the highest quality. Then we got some awards from our clients, vendor quality awards. So a lot of clients have given us vendor quality awards. Like Hindalco has given us an award, Aditya Birla Group has given us awards for quality. Then Singapore company called Semcop has given us awards for this quality. So yeah, we, as I told you, we've got ASME approval, which is like one of the highest high quality approval from America. So our quality is kept very consistent. So awards are easy pickings. That's it.
So that is yeah.
We've not paid for awards like many awards are given by many magazines. We've not paid for those awards yet.
But congratulations. I think that shows your hard work, your efforts, your integrity in the company and your workforce who are the major assets, I would say. And I think it's a huge teamwork that explains the throughput and the achievements of the company. Congratulations to you and also your entire team of TPP Boilers. तो चलिए अभी 4-5 मिनट बचता है तो एक आपकी तरफ से हमारे दर्शकों को या हमारे यंगस्टर्स जो है हमारे कॉलेज के जो यंगस्टर्स से अभी पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं जो मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग पढ़ रहे हैं तो यू आर एंड डेफिनेटली एन इंस्पायरिंग I would say personality for the youngsters out there, you know, how people can grow in life as well as how you can grow your company. Definitely that's a very inspiring thing for all of them there. So क्या आपका मैसेज क्या है उनको?
Well, first of all, happy Diwali again and happy New Year to everyone. Enjoy your holidays this few days. And I always say you must work hard and party harder. You must party also. Don't take too much stress for things going wrong, things going right. Let things go on. Just be happy-go-lucky is what I would tell everyone. Things will happen in their own time. Don't be too eager to have things done. But do work hard. Put in your best effort. If you put in your best effort, that's the best you could have done. Then the rest will either follow or it will be slow in coming, it will be quick in coming, doesn't matter, but they'll come eventually. So everyone should work hard and also enjoy their life. You should also have work-life balance. Please, very important aspect people forget, there is no work-life balance. You must have work-life balance in your this. That will keep you your head, what do you call, balanced, so that you can do better. You can think better. I always say common sense is not very common. Use sense. And what else can I say? If you are facing difficulties, also don't get depressed. Be balanced again. If you are very happy, don't become over exuberated. Be balanced again. I've seen many people, when they've got a little success, they jump so much, they insult people around them, and then when they're down, they get insulted very badly. So be equal, have equilibrium in your life. Just be balanced. That's what I would advise everyone. Young entrepreneurs, become entrepreneurs as much as possible. Take chances in life. Don't worry. At least the Indian government is very happy in financing engineers. When we started our company, I was an employee before that. I didn't have any savings, but we started it. The government helped us a lot. They gave us 2 crores back 50 years ago as loan. That helped us go ahead. Go slowly. Don't overdo it. There's a saying in Hindi, जितनी चादर है उतना ही पैर फैलाना चाहिए. Most people make the mistake of overtaking orders which they cannot fulfill. You should be balanced in taking your orders, doing your job. Be balanced. Do it carefully. That's what I say. And manage your finances whenever you are doing business. Don't overburden your finances. Don't be overburdened basically with debts.
Excellent advice, Himanshu bhai. Really good. And I think it helps a lot of people out there, especially our youngsters. And so with that, I think we are coming to the end of the show for today. And मैं दर्शकों को बहुत बहुत थैंक यू बोलना चाहता हूँ, and all the friends out there who participated in today's talk show, and they all watched the talk show. They're showing their presence by waving in the comment section. So thank you all friends for joining the show, and I hope you all enjoyed the conversation that we had with Mr. Himashu Desai, who is the CEO and the director as well as the promoter of the company TPP Boilers Private Ltd. And if you want to know more about the company, go and visit their website www.tppboilers.com. जो मुंबई बेस्ड कंपनी है, and they make customized parts for the boiler industry. With that said, फिर मिलेंगे अगले हफ्ते. हम लाइव शो नहीं कर रहे हैं because of some prior engagements, but we will be premiering some already done show, but we will definitely meet in the month of November. एक आर्टिस्ट को लेके आएंगे, एक संगीत के जो हमारे दोस्त है उनको लेके आ रहे हैं, who is based in Dallas. तो हमारे साथ बन के रहिएगा, भारत अन्वेषण देखते रहिएगा और सब्सक्राइब करते रहिएगा, और जहाँ पे भी रहिएगा तंदुरुस्त रहिएगा और खुशी खुशी रहिएगा. जैसे कि हिमांशु भाई ने बोला, डोंट स्ट्रेस टू मच, वर्क हार्ड एंड ऑल्सो पार्टी हार्ड. विद दैट सेड, सबको वंस अगेन हैप्पी दीपावली, एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच हिमांशु भाई for joining us today in Bharat Anveshan, and taking your time to give us insight about your company, about yourself, and sharing your experience. Thank you so very much. Thank you all very much. Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you.
Thank you.